Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, November 3rd, 2019. I did some research on the internet, and it turned out that you can carve a pumpkin using your shears. Unfortunately, I left my shears in the storage building, and so no carved pumpkins for us, no jack-o'-lanterns for us. That's unfortunate, but wait, let's get the bow out so that I can repair the bow. Very nice. That's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well, we still had some fun for Halloween, I hope, and that's all we wanted. So I guess I will release those pumpkins again once I find some grass where they can live and strive and multiply and do whatever pumpkins do. So I think this could be a good idea. Was also a nice idea to have land zombies. To have some Halloween related stuff, but oh well, we had some Halloween fun in the past, and this time no coffee break episode directly took place on Halloween, so I think that's fine. That's completely fine that we hopped out on this, or that we haven't had so much luck with our pumpkin carving activities. Let's ascend this waterfall. Speaking of waterfalls, I also do have an interesting idea in mind, but I'm not quite sure if this is really feasible for the coffee break world. I like to have a super large waterfall. I think I talked about this in the past already. But now I really imagine like a huge, gigantic waterfall, so that it has a width of, I don't know, 20 blocks or so. So basically that it goes from, let's say, here to here or so. So that's really a super large. Oh, this down there looks interesting. Maybe there's a cave or something cool down there. Let's go exploring. Ow. So this would be really cool, I guess, or I think, when you stand right in front of it and you see this gigantic waterfall situation. But the big question is, where is the waterfall getting its water from? I mean, sure, I can pretend that it's water. Ooh, hi, coming out of the cave or something like that. Ow. So many spooky noises. What's going on here? Something cool down here? Let's investigate. Is here a spawner or something like this? No, I think it's just a very dark place. Alrighty then. Yeah, to basically embedding this waterfall in a believable way is, I guess, the most complicated and difficult thing. So I don't know. I don't. Can I please throw this into? Yes, nice. So I'm not quite sure how to do this, because you would need a super large stream supplying this waterfall with water to make it believable. All right, pumpkins, you can live here now. To make it really believable. But when you have a super large river, okay, this is also doable, but where does it start? Is it just a huge lake, or is this an endless river? When we just look at the map, it's super difficult to embed this into the existing geology of the coffee break world. So yeah, I don't know. It's really a cool idea. It's a thing I like to do after I build the museum. but not quite sure how. Not quite sure how to do this. Would require us to do a lot of terraforming, I guess. So, not sure, but I guess it would be super interesting. And the next problem is, I mean, it's not only to somehow supply the Waterfall in a, this looks interesting, in a believable way with water, so by basically building an entire river or huge lake or whatever, it also needs to be falling down. So we need a cliff, but the cliff has to be positioned at the right spot, and from the right spot you have to have a huge flat area. Well, it has not to be flat, but at least it has to be an area with some altitude, so that it's not like, okay, here's a waterfall, and on the other side, like here, if I would have the waterfall on this side, and right here is another drop, then it would be a little bit weird. Where's the water coming from? I mean, is this just an infinite spring? Is this... Ooh, dear. There is wolf activities. No, I'm... Oh dear. Poor sheep. I thought for a brief moment they want to attack me again. Gugh. Yeah, so building such a huge waterfall requires the right terrain, the right environment. I think it would require a lot of terraforming. It would require a lot of building those in this elevated environment where the water is coming from, and then excavating the river, filling the river, building the waterfall, and let the waterfall flow into the sea or something like this. So it's really an ambitious build, and I'm not quite sure if this is in any way feasible. Well, it is feasible, but I think it will take a lot of time just integrating it into the coffee break world. I hope you can understand a little bit what my concerns are. So yeah, have to think about this, but luckily we do have a lot of time until we get to this point, because I guess building the museum will take a lot of time, and in the meantime, maybe this waterfall idea already is out of the window because I came up with a different idea, or I came up with a solution, or Minecraft received yet another update and weird things are going on, or so. I don't know. It's something for the distant future, but I just wanted to talk about this. Speaking of the not so distant future, I, as you know, hopefully have finished Astra New Year. There will be some occasional Astra New Year episodes on my channel from time to time, I guess, because the developers are quite active with releasing some interesting content updates, so we might check those out. But yeah, Astra New Year has been finished. Currently I play Spintires Mud Runner, which is a cool game, which is really a nice game, and this will keep us busy for quite some time, I guess. But I also like to have... What the heck? What is this? Huh? Yeah. Huh is the right word. Hi. Traits. Cornflower, pumpkin, sand, oak sapling, cyan dye, putzel. A wandering trader. Huh. That's weird. That's just weird. What's going on? I was just speaking of maybe Minecraft received yet another update and weird things are going to happen, and yeah, indeed, we saw some weird things happening. Oh man, that scared me and surprised me, and okay, whatever floats your boat, Minecraft. What do I wanted to say? Yes, Spintires. So this will keep us busy for a bit, but I still like to mix things up a bit, and I still like to play some other games. I wanted to play Dirt 2.0, but there's a slight issue with that plan, because I think installing Dirt 2.0 takes up 80 gigabytes. 80 gigabytes. I mean, sure, these days you just have a lot of disk space available, but I'm not one of those persons who has so much disk space available, because at some point I need to upgrade my computer, but until this point I don't think that I can really free up 80 gigabytes of disk space without deinstalling, without uninstalling all my other games. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is a huge problem. This is indeed a huge problem, a huge disk space problem. So probably no Dirt 2.0 soon, maybe later, not sure. Need to investigate this problem a little bit more. But I also discovered two, I guess, interesting games. Not sure about them. But they are genre-wise completely different. Well, not completely different. I played some of those games in the past, but I'm not quite sure if this really attracts my viewer base, or if my viewer base is really interested in this kind of game. Well, not that I do have really a huge viewer base, but yeah, I'm talking about role-playing games and story-based games. So normally I just play sandbox or other building games where you don't really have a story, but or simulation games where you just explore the game, where you just put your skills to a test, but where you rarely follow a story. Of course, here and there we do have some story-based games, but for some reason they weren't that interesting for you, and I'm quite surprised, and I'm quite curious why. On the other hand, I personally would like to play those games, and since I mostly play games to create YouTube videos because I find this quite interesting and it's a nice way to play a computer game, I might just do it. I mean, yeah, maybe soon we will have some role-playing games coming up on my YouTube channel, which would be super cool. I really would like to enjoy or immerse myself in a good story, and I think this could be super cool. This could be super interesting. So yeah, now as I think about it and as I talk about it, find it more and more interesting to do such things. So I guess this will be the next thing coming up. So the plans for the future would be to have some occasional Astra New Year episodes. Every time they release some new contents, they release some new ideas, new things, we might just give them a try, give them a spin, play the game for 1 or 2 episodes, and then stop playing Astra New Year until the next update comes out. We will have Spintires. I'm quite sure Spintires will last for quite some time. There's so much to do in the game. Well, there's not much to do in the game, but the game sometimes really provides you with some good challenges, and you do something where you think, hey, that's the right approach, and then you get stuck and you need to recover. And it's just a great thing to as a Let's Play game, because surprising things happen and they then tell a story on their own, and you can, of course, by reacting to those things properly, tell an even better story. So I like Spintires. I just like Spintires. And then because I also like to explore some promising stories, I think there will be those role-playing games coming up, which could be also cool. So, yeah, good that we discussed this, because now I do have a much clearer vision for the next few weeks, months, what I will do YouTube-wise. So that's good. That's very nice. You helped me a lot. You helped me a lot, my friends, discussing all those ideas. And I hope you will like the results of those ideas. I hope you will enjoy them, and not that I think I can, maybe I can, as I asked in a previous episode, just say, okay, why am I still doing this, and just abandon maybe this entire YouTube idea, because it's so hard. It's so hard these days to get a good viewer base. Ooh, there are a lot of pumpkins. Pumpkins we were searching last time, but since we had no shears, of course I could have crafted some shears, but I think this is no. I mean, Halloween is over, so why to do this? Why do this now? Better do it next year. Not quite sure. Maybe next year Halloween takes place on a coffee break day or so, or I record a special Halloween coffee break episode. We will see. We will see what comes up next year. That's almost an entire year in the future. So who knows? Who knows what happens then, or if our pale blue dots still exist in October 2020, or if this is not just, well, if everything's over or so. Okay, that's cruel thoughts, very cruel thoughts. Anyway, so much about the near future of the Learning by Gaming channel. I'm really looking forward. I'm super excited about those 2 games I discovered on Steam and I like to play. So I think I will just buy them and start creating YouTube videos or so on them, and release them whenever I see fit. So yeah, I think this is really a good idea. This is a good plan. What else? Nothing much. It's a nice weekend. It's a relaxing weekend over here, because November 1st is a bank holiday in the state of Bavaria, and currently I'm living in the state of Bavaria. So yeah, I have a super long weekend. I have a 3-day long weekend, which is cool. I mean, when Halloween is the last day of the week, and luckily November 1st was a Friday, so long weekend, that's cool. I could have, of course, made this weekend even longer if I would have taken the day off on Thursday or Monday or so, but no. I plan to do this maybe on a different weekend or so, just make a long weekend in the midst of November or at the start of December or so. I think this could be also a good idea. And spend the time to play video games, record YouTube videos, sports, of course sports. I mean, I always have to do sports because it's currently an important thing of my lifestyle, so just doing sports. So yeah, that. Weather's weird. Weather's very weird. During so I think from Tuesday, Wednesday or so, until it's a Friday night or so, we had temperatures around freezing. Sometimes maybe below freezing. Not sure about that. But it was relatively cool. I was talking about this already with running and so on. But yeah, now it's warm again. So we are back to 13 to 15 centigrade, and that's quite weird. I mean, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm. That makes no sense. Well, it makes sense from a climate change perspective, but still, it's quite weird. But you never know what's up next. Do we have? Can I bust out my shorts again in the midst of November, or do I need the very, very thick and warm winter jacket because it's cold outdoors? Not that I do have a thick winter jacket, I'm more a layer person, so I just have some, I don't know, I do have a rain jacket which I can also wear during winter because I mean it blocks the wind, so it's quite warm, and when I put on a thick sweater below that rain jacket, then hey, it's fine, it's super warm, it's super cozy. I also do have a normal outdoor jacket which gets the job done as well, so just put on a thick sweater or maybe 2 layers or so and you're good to go. So I'm not really owning winter jackets, real winter jackets. I just own a lot of items that are quite versatile so that I can combine them and adjust them in a way that they make the most sense, basically. But on the other hand, that's the thing I wanted to discuss, I guess, last Sunday or so. I was restructuring a little bit my cabinets and so on, and was trying to organize a little bit my apartment in a better way. Not that I was successful, but that's what I did. And yeah, I found out that, okay, I do have many... Hey, why is it so bright up there? Is there a village or what's going on up there? Something must be up there, or is there a lever? Ooh, hi. I'm curious, what's going on up there? Let's get a little bit closer. Maybe we can develop an understanding for what's going on up there. We wouldn't have discovered this without nighttime, I guess. So that's good. So yeah, I do have a lot of things that are quite versatile, but I also own a few things that are super specific, that are just for one specific purpose, and I need them once a year or so, and the other time they're just lying around. And in this case I'm talking... What is this? Oh, that's some kind of pen or so, and it belongs to this village down there. Aha, I see. This makes sense. That was quite interesting. Okay, we have to sleep inside of this pen, just because we can. So we even don't need to put down torches. That's cool. So, for instance, I own those small little spikes for my shoes. I can strap over my shoes for when we have frozen ice. I mean, when we have ice on our walkways, when I go out hiking in the wintertime and we have solid ice on the hiking paths and so on, then they are super useful and they are super great. But I need them only once a year, or sometimes I don't need them in an entire year. So that's quite interesting. I do have super specialized gear, but I also do have gear that is super versatile, and I'm not quite sure why. Ooh dear! Don't throw the sword away. Why I find this so interesting, but yeah, I just wanted to mention this. And with this weird ending, I'm not quite sure why I came up with this thought towards the end of this episode. But yeah, let's just end this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it interesting. And I hope I see you again in the next episode. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I hope you are looking forward to the near future of the YouTube channel with all those ideas I do have in mind. And I hope you are going to enjoy those video games I intend to play. This would be super cool when you enjoy them, and when I even gain maybe a few subscribers, also a few more viewers. This would be also awesome. So yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!